Dear friends, you are welcome to the channel. In series of Doctrine of Constitutional Interpretation, our topic for today is Doctrine of Colorable Legislation. We are going to cover this doctrine into two subtopics. First, we will understand what is the meaning of this doctrine and then leading case related to this. Let us understand its meaning. As name suggests, colorable legislation means the inside color is something else, and to confuse people, actional color is made something else. Which means, literally meaning of this doctrine is you cannot do indirectly also whatever you cannot do directly. Means if something we cannot do directly, why whatever means if we try to do indirectly, we cannot do. We will understand this with one very simple example. For example, at some places only female are allowed, male are not allowed. If male want to go there and try to go there, what they have to do? They have to put attire of the female, camouflage themselves, and they can try to entry. Yes, of course, because of this disguise or attire, they can make entry. But the moment it will be detected, they will be thrown out, and they will be also subjected to punishment. So this is how this doctrine also applicable. In schedule 7 of constitution there are three lists. List 1, list 2 and list 3. List 2 is for state and list 1 is for center. For example, if some state want to make some law and the title of the law they have kept from the schedule list 2 of schedule 7, any of the entry. However, in the content of the act they have exceeded boundary and gone to the power of center. Now you tell whether this type of law will be valid or not. Because title seems to be okay, but inside they have crossed their authority. So such law will be held void under doctrine of colorable legislation. So in simple way, if any authority made any law where title seems to be okay, but under the content inside they have exceeded their limit, such law will be held invalid by application of doctrine of colorable legislation. Let us see some case law related to this. First, very leading case law with this doctrine you need to remember always is KC Gajpati Narayan Rao versus State of Odisha. Fact of this case are like this. Odisha government made one law putting tax on agriculture, and the name of act was Odisha Agriculture Income Tax Act 1950. Okay, and the one of the person raised concern and put Odisha government to court that Odisha government has made this law and it is not valid, they are not authorized to make this law, and the intention of making law by Odisha government is to reduce burden on the state under Odisha State Abolition Tax Act 1952, because they need to pay compensation under Odisha State Abolition Tax Act, and to save them to make them less burden from this act, what they did, they made another act on Odisha Agriculture Act Income Act at 1950, and they put huge income tax through this act, so that in lieu of this they say that now whosoever are beneficiary under Odisha State Abolition Tax are coming in the category of income tax payer under Odisha Act Income Tax Act 1950. So that is why they are not eligible for compensation. Now what happens? What court held? Supreme Court held that Odisha Agriculture Income Tax Act 1950 is well within the competency of state, and Odisha state can very well make law on that. Coincidentally, it is related in this case to Odisha State Abolition Tax Act. However, it is purely coincidental and there is no relation between them. And in this condition, doctrine of color level legislation is not applicable. Another interesting case in this, which is very leading case, is M.R. Balaji versus State of Mysore. In this case, what happened? Under Article 15, Sub-Article 4 of Constitution, there is provision that government can make necessary law for reservation of classes of citizens or SC or ST. Now, what State of Mysore did? They made 60% reservation for a specific caste of BC, back caste. Now, this was challenged. Supreme Court held that under 15 subclause 4 of Article of Constitution, it is mentioned classes of citizen, no caste of citizen. So, other than SC, ST, the government cannot make law or cannot do reservation based upon purely on caste. And in that case, the order passed by State of Mysore regarding 60% reservation of a specific back caste was held void by applying this doctrine of Culrevel legislation. So I'm sure by this explanation of legislation of Culrevel, this doctrine as well as leading case, your concept of this doctrine must be clear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you have any further query, please mark in the comments box, and if you feel this video was useful, please like it and share to your friend for their benefit, and also subscribe. Thank you very much once again.